Now, back to Coastal Living on KZTV.
Hey there, welcome back. Now we have Dr. Kate Rodriguez joining us today to talk about some of the holiday stresses that we're coping with. You're going to help us cope with them because we may not
I'll
be
do what I can.
coping at all. Thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you back.
Thank you.
So tell me, what are some of the biggest issues that people are starting to deal with during the holiday season?
There's so many things that people go through. Everything from grief, isolation, dealing with family, and managing everybody's expectations.
Exactly. And I like that you mentioned grief first, because as much as the holidays are full of cheer and excitement and time with the family for many of us, it's the complete opposite for a big group of people, because they either lost somebody or it makes them remember how isolated they are from their family. So how do we cope with things like that?
So the biggest advice I can give is to be able to deal with those emotions. Whether it's eating the food that they used to enjoy during the holidays, listening to the music, feel it. Deal with those emotions, think about it, cry about it, whatever it is, just let it out. The problem that a lot of people have during the holidays, especially with grief, is they try to numb it. So they try to eat their feelings, drink their feelings, like just put it away. So then it creeps back up at a time that's unexpected. So you kind of are like a champagne bottle ready to pop, and it'll pop at the most awkward time. If you just keep pushing it back. So deal with it and think about those feelings, process them, so it's not as scary.
Exactly, and I think that's a big thing is we do try to like push it back. Push it back. You don't need to tell everybody about your problems. Nobody wants to hear about it. They have their own. But essentially, if you know, even if you do have grief or somebody that you may have lost, hopefully you also have a friend or maybe a coworker that you really do feel comfortable confiding in, and that might be the case is sometimes verbalizing some of the emotions that you're going through.
Yes, absolutely. Having a support system, knowing what kind of things are going to make you feel better, or however it is. Just know you're not going to make everybody happy, and not everybody is going to enjoy the holidays for these kind of reasons.
Exactly.
So if you have a friend or a spouse or any loved one who's like, I hate holiday music, and you might love it, understand that that might actually be a trigger for them. That holiday stress or grief can be creeping up, and that could be their reason for not liking the holidays. So understand that the things that make you happy aren't going to make the another person happy as well. Everybody's different during the holidays, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Right. And speaking of everybody being different, they handle stress in different ways. So, you know, something that I come across is a lot of traffic, and it can get very hectic on the roadways. What are some ways we can help ease those people's minds and remind them what the holidays are all about?
So what is important during the holidays? Is it the presents? Is it your sanity? Prioritize. So order online if traffic is a big issue. Start now and order online. Some people love the lines and love going to the mall and Black Friday and all that jazz. Other people don't. So for those people, start early, order online. As those packages come in, wrap them and put them in a closet and be done with it. So it's not so overwhelming. A lot of us are procrastinators, but this is a time to start planning.
From time to time, but I'm learning from you, and you're helping me.
So start now. Do little things like that, like wrapping as they come in, or going to events such as the Loca for Loca. Like go buy some presents now instead of waiting to the last minute. Make things as personal as possible. And if you just have some financial issues right now and you don't want to buy 30 presents, or you can't, do something small. Bake something.
Yes.
You can do so many different things instead of buying a bunch of presents. If you have the money one year and you buy everybody presents, wonderful. And if the next year you don't, maybe you just bought a house, maybe you just had a kid, maybe you have some different financial situations, it's okay.
Yeah.
Do something different.
That's really big, especially in my case, we got a really large family and then everybody multiplied. So now there's a lot of kiddos around. Well, kids come first, I think, when it comes to the holidays, so we try to take care of them, but they're like, oh, my sister, I gotta do my brother, gotta do mom, and the list really adds up, and before you know it, you put yourself in the hole with money that maybe you don't even have, but you're like, oh, but I've got all these great presents.
Yes.
But how much can you enjoy it when you know that you kind of put yourself out of your comfort zone actually getting that? So I really like that you address that. It's important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so for me, like the kids, yes, come first. So if I go to a family member's house and they only buy a couple presents for the kids and I don't get anything, doesn't bother me. You know, everybody's in a different situation, and that's okay. I'm going to say that a lot. It's okay.
Guys. Yes.
It's ho ho ho. So you mentioned the online shopping. We definitely don't want to procrastinate. We talk about traffic. What about family? I know I look forward to spending time with my family, but what if some people dread having to be around the crazy aunt or the crazy uncle or whatever it might be?
Okay, so you're not going to make everybody happy. Be okay with that. You are not going to make everybody happy. So I know a big thing, a lot of my clients have issues because they have blended families. So you might have 4 different family events on Thanksgiving. You might have to go out of town. You might have to say no to certain people.
Yeah.
For our family, I have 2 little kids now. It's not easy with nap time and those kind of things. So I have to say no sometimes. I have to be able to create our own new traditions. We can't do what we did 5 years ago.
Yep.
And you have to be able to say no. Set boundaries for yourself and your family, and understand some people might be upset with you if you don't go to their Thanksgiving, but
that's okay.
it's okay.
And it's
You just have
okay.
to deal with it.
Right, right. And of course, we are all so busy. How can people make realistic expectations for themselves, especially, starting now until Christmas? You want to try to get everything done at once.
Yeah.
How can people do that?
So understand that some years you're going to be Superwoman. Some years you're going to have the time and you're going to have the money to buy all the presents, make everything from scratch, and look awesome. Another year, you might not. You might not have the money, you might not have the time, you might not have the energy. And so you can cut back at certain times. Let's say you really want to make the perfect pumpkin pie from scratch.
My favorite.
Make your own crust and everything. Then if you're going to spend time doing that, then maybe you're going to have somebody else do the turkey. Maybe you're going to have to buy some of the sides. Maybe the corn just going to come out of a can.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, just cut back where you can. You don't have to be the perfect holiday person every single time. Sometimes Pinterest might be good for ideas. Sometimes online social media might be damaging to your mental health because you're comparing yourself to all these people.
Oh, exactly.
And you're not going to be able to do it all. Sometimes you got to buy your stuff, and that's okay.
It's okay. And I think that's the biggest thing we gained from today is it's okay to say no. It's okay to experience grief, but let yourself experience it. It's okay to online shop and not go to the mall one time over the holidays, but prioritize, make a list, and respect other people and what they're dealing with and their emotions as well. Remember, it's not your world that we're living in. It's all of ours, and we have to share it.
Yes, and take a break if you need it.
I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kate. The time flies with
Yes.
you, and I always have more questions.
I
We'll
know.
bring you back because once Christmas gets closer, we might have some new issues we need to talk
Done.
about. All right, guys. So far we've covered holiday gifts and stress management, but how about helping others? When we come back, I have the top 5 ways you can give back to our community when we return.
You're watching Coastal Living on KZTV, the only lifestyle show made in the Coastal Bend for the Coastal Bend.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.